If you've lived, you have ghosts. It's part of the deal. First thing you do when you kill a deer, you cut its heart, eat it raw. While it's still warm. That way its spirit goes on living through you. And next time you go hunting, the other deer won't be so pissed off at you. When you've seen what I've seen and done what I've done, it doesn't go away. The ghosts never go away. All you can do is try to make friends with them. If you don't, they'll eat you up. Who is Vic? I don't know who Vic is yet. He's a man. He's a basic man who got stuck in a situation that altered him forever. But he's still that basic man. And I think he has a very strong sense of right and wrong and what justice is. And he's paying the price for all the justice he's hatched on other people. He can't walk away from it. He can't put it behind him. He can't deal with it. It's there every day and smack in the middle of his face.
I'm making potato salad and an apple pie, and Roger will throw Bambi on the grill.
Bambi?
Venison sausage from a buck I shot last winter.
It seems a shame. Deer are so pretty.
Not after they're ground up.
Ew.
Think of it as your patriotic duty for the 4th of July. Anyway, it's all that's left of that buck, so you better like it.
When you're about to shoot a deer, don't you feel anything for it? Isn't there something you'd want to say to it at least?
Yes. I'd say, you sumbitch, you're going down. Dr. Pepper?
Do you think Vic is dangerous?
No. Well, maybe to himself. No, I'm not worried about Vic. I'm really more concerned about Roger. You said it. This isn't like him. Why, Vic, of all people? They're about as different as two men can be.
Well, they're both in Vietnam. They have that to talk about.
Oh, I know. And Roger said he felt an obligation to help him. He talked about the bond between soldiers and how you can't leave your wounded comrade on the field of battle. And I get that. It's admirable to a point. So I see me as very hierarchical, identified with my father, who was a hunter. My mother thought it was barbaric, but I loved going out with my father. I went out with my brother.
Oh, your character's fabulous. Great character.
Yeah, it's a good character. But I stay with him because he fits the hierarchy. He measures up. He wasn't a fighter, but he went to war. He always brings home the bacon. He's president of his company. He fits my hierarchy of needs.
Yeah, until you find out
I
that
know,
he's...
it's a huge betrayal of my...
Susan, you're not going to throw this out, are you? It was a gift to Toby from Mark and me. See, we signed it.
Oh, yes, of course I'll keep it. I didn't look inside. I'm sorry.
Well, it was for his 16th birthday.
I'll give it to Roger for safekeeping in his study.
No good. That was Toby's room, so it'll be at home.
Yes. Let's try putting it back, but leaning against the others.
You know, we still miss him after all these years. We loved him as much as you did.
Of course you did. Tilt a little more.
Sometimes I thought he was spending more time at our place than over here. Toby and Mark were practically brothers.
Yes, that's still not right.
You're such a perfectionist. I think that she has a lot more depth than she ever really shows or demonstrates or expresses.
Thinking about is that the two friends such as Jill and Susan who've known each other for a very long time can get on each other's nerves. And I think of Jill as something of an irritant to Susan.
Yeah, she does seem, that way to me too, as being a little bit presumptuous about Toby and sort of intrusive about Toby, and she sort of invades, the whole thing with Toby.
They fit. And if she thinks she is a better mother,
That's going to come out.
there's enough in there that could be why she's concerned that something is not being spoken. And I think it's a discovery. I mean,
I'm just an ordinary guy. I was never super smart. I was never a football hero or a rock star or I don't know, president of the Rotary Club or anything like that. I've never been part of anything big like you were. I sell goddamn novelties, cheap, stupid dreck. I'm not sure Vic would have enough sense to trade places with me. When I saw him yesterday, he was talking to himself. He was talking to a bug. He was talking to his hammer. Wait, don't go anywhere. And then he tried to kill me. Mark is a fairly simple character as I see him. Next door, always put his foot in his mouth, doesn't know when to stop. Not a big genius or anything, but makes a living, not really proud of how he's making a living. Likes his neighbors and is a good neighbor.
I used to think people are different. I'm not sure about that anymore. We're programmed for eating and sleeping and playing and sex and self-preservation. That's the big one.
You know you don't believe that. You couldn't possibly.
How are we so different from dogs? Under the skin, we're all machines.
Am I a machine too?
It was bad enough him shooting the girl, but coming and telling his son makes him absolutely despicable, a coward.
It was horrible
Of
to do
course
that
it was
to his
horrible.
son.
Yeah.
He wouldn't live with his ghosts, so he made his son live with those ghosts, you know?
Roger, what do you have to say for yourself?
Yeah, right.
Fine. No. Yeah, I'm starting with Paul Newman's character and Mr. and Mrs. Bridget, and then adding clinical depression. And yeah, then he's also at the point where he doesn't think much about humanity. He's trying to figure out if there's any meaning to life at all.
I think Roger is everyman. He's the everyman in this play. He's all of us.
Yep.
I mean, who of us doesn't have secrets that we don't want any, that we can't face up to, ever? You know, and we keep it pushed down, pushed down, pushed down. He's basically a good person all the way around. Has lived his life for the most part, you know, with a code of ethics and honor, but has had that moment or those few moments that they can't face up to and can't live with. And in some ways keeps us down. He is every man. He is the tragic figure.
the point is, I think when the audience leaves, I think they have to have made the journey, and then they have to deal with it.
I don't think
Just
the
like
audience
in-
can be prepared for this.
I don't
Well,
think so either. They're going to be shocked.
Good.
What happened to the fireflies?
What fireflies?
There used to be fireflies. We'd sit over here this time of evening, and there'd be fireflies, dozens of them, hovering above the yard, about right here. They'd be blinking off and on, and it was magical. Oh, and there'd be some right in the yard, and one time Toby took a jar and he caught one. And of course the firefly couldn't live, it didn't have water or air. But Toby was fascinated by it. He didn't take his eyes away until it stopped blinking. He was about 6. Do you remember that, Roger?
I do. Jeez, I missed that kid.
Art, you had an excellent idea.
Oh, what was that?
Did you think it was strange hearing Susan talk about Toby when he was little and the firefly?
We got another postcard yesterday.
She never mentions him except when you get one of those cards. But it was different this time. No, she never talks like that about him, not since he's left. It was almost like she was his mother again.
She is his mother.
You know what I mean? I remember how much Toby loved your pie.
Well, I'm sure you can get his pie.
Good it is, son. Yeah, too bad you
Here,
didn't support
yeah,
me
it's
needed.
not good for you.
They should have let you stay and finish the job. Bomb back to the stone
Come
age.
back someday.
Sure it did.
Give up hope.
What would I have to say to him if he came back after all these years?
There'd be so much to catch up on. Wouldn't you want to ask him about
It's
all
all a
the
big
places
joke.
he's been to? All his adventures?
It wasn't a joke, things just didn't
Maybe
turn
you're
out
even
right.
grandmother.
Let's do it right now.
That has nothing to do with me, not after
You
all.
did the right thing.
You can tell
You
me
look
I
back.
became an artist.
You're not
You
sure
got
it's
all
the
the
right
words
thing
you
to do.
wanted?
You did your duty, you answered your country's call.
Yeah, I'll
Do
tell
you
you.
remember how proud he was of
You know why I acted in Vietnam?
How he wanted to join the army so he could be like his dad?
Those were my orders.
That was Mark's doing.
The point is,
Yours.
you followed
You
your orders,
wanted
you
that.
knew that was the honorable thing to do.
Well, it didn't.
News.
You know, sometimes
We can't control.
your orders say
our
one
kids
thing
when
and
they grow
your conscience
up.
says another. It's like you obey orders or
Tony
you
wasn't
be an asshole.
18.
Is
Follow
that
your
what you
conscience.
thought? That I tried to run his run?
I didn't mean it that way.
Well, it's all about now.
That's the word.
Because if he came back now and
Bottom line is, you guys
You will
fought for
always
freedom.
be his
No,
mother.
That's all.
please don't say that.
I'd like to know what that rat fuck had to do with freedom. You know, the only thing that war did, make a lot of people dead. Or worse.
I think it's about time for the fireworks to start. See the way it trails down like that.
Wow, check that out.
Oh, look at that one.
Shut up! Shut the fuck up! Motherfucker! You wanna kill me? Huh? Go ahead! Go ahead, let's see what you got. Think you're something special, huh, big man? Come to judge me? Ha ha, well, the joke's on you. I'm already dead. Yeah, I've been to hell. I see my brother's arms and legs and dicks torn off and souls. Oh yeah, I'll keep your score. Payback time belonged to me. Tie game, asshole. Let's settle it in extra innings, huh? I greased my share, man. Yeah. Wipe off the fucking planet! Nothing left but bones and ashes. I practiced every freaking day. Nobody did it better or cleaner. Nobody! I greased women too. Equal opportunity, on death for all for death. I earned my name. Even children. God forgive me. I don't think Jesus can wash away those sins. Maybe. Maybe you can let them rest. Children. God, they were so beautiful. You know, I play with them. I get lost, you know. Like I was a kid again myself. Did you ever see the waterfalls? You know, up in the Highlands? Yeah, there was this one group, like 6 of them, in a semicircle, you know? And you'd stand down on the bottom, it would crash down, and the mist would just surround you. It was like you were standing in Atlantis, you know, sinking down to the ocean floor. And the sound, wow. It was like a choir or an organ or, I mean, it would just go on and on and on, and you didn't want it to stop. And this one time, though, I come to this stream. And I follow it up to my left, and there it is. It's just this perfect baby waterfall. Maybe 6 feet high, 3.5 feet wide or so, and surrounded by these trees, and the sun was really high and it was shining right down through the middle of the trees. And it was making it look like the water was glowing from the inside out. And then the spray was just a tiny little rainbow. And I think that is about the most beautiful thing I have ever seen. I sat there for an hour, maybe more, and the sun moved on, and the trees blocked it from the fall, and the rainbow went away. Went back to the water.
I saw a place, something like that. It was high and narrow, and there was a stone shelf next to it near the bottom, so you could go right up to the waterfall and not get too wet. It was so, wow. Feel the roar inside your body.
yourself. I mean, it's better by yourself, because that way you can just think, you know, and not be bothered with your buddy's laughter and jabbering and stuff.
I went there with the girl.
Oh, yeah? Did you, that'd be good, too.
Not really. I was already married to Susan. For a few minutes, yeah. It was good. I have to give her that. I owe that to her. It was good.
Did you ever see her again? What happened? You don't know what happened to her?
I know.
Well, what the hell happened?
I shot her.
You killed her! What for?
She was Viet Cong. Some of my men found her in a tunnel after they raided the village. They brought her to me. It was like an offering. Like when your cat loves a dead bird at your feet, except she was alive. She was young, pretty. She wasn't afraid. The way she looked at me. I was sick of it. Sick of death. And the mud, the insects, the jungle rot, everything about it. Dead. It was like that was the only thing that mattered. That was the only goal. But life had to matter too. I looked at that girl. I wanted her. No, that's not right. I love her. She was living. She was life. So I took her. I led her off to the jungle. A little ways in, she started leading me. She knew about that place, the Waterfall. That's where we stopped.
So you got your jaws off, and then you killed her. I mean, that's cold, bro.
I was afraid. I was afraid all the time over there.
So, you see her. She come back.
Every night. She's there watching when I get to bed with Susan.
We're just kidding ourselves when we think people like Vic are so different from us. He is from our world.
Just a part of it we haven't seen before. I had anyway, or maybe I hadn't, I just wasn't paying attention. What were you talking about for so long?
Just talking. Can I see?
No, it's not ready yet.
I'm not forgetting. Toby. He was a little boy with the firefly. Yeah. Does that remind you of anything? I don't know, maybe. Think, Vic. It's really important. I'm trying. What the hell can't I remember?
It's going to be a landscape. I've never done a landscape before. I have never even started sketching without having things arranged on that table. It feels kind of strange and dangerous. But maybe that's what real art is like. I mean, my still lifes were okay. People liked them. Hung them up their sofas or their dining tables or their toilets. I painted beautiful coffee cups next to beautiful newspaper, next to beautiful stacks of folded linen, and beautiful fruit, and beautiful flowers, and beautiful goddamn faces, all people as though I knew anything. Oh, still life. What a silly term. Still means dead, doesn't it? Life moves, it lurches and twists, and it's all mooshed up together. Nothing is separate, not really. I'd like to be able to show that, to accept it, to be truthful for a change. Oh, truth is a mess. It's especially difficult for a painter. Did you know that a bird or the wind or a soldier's boot can pick up a seed and carry it halfway around the world, and there it will take root, and it becomes so intertwined with the native plant that you can't tell where one ends and the other begins? Isn't it strange to think two plants, such different places and so intertwined? I'd like to be able to show that. I'd like to be able to show the plant growing where the seed landed, or the rock where the rain and wind exposed it, or a river twisting and cutting out a valley, then falling over a cliff, because that's the only way it can go. It's funny how much of it just comes down to gravity.
The path of least resistance.
Oh, that's one way to put it.
People are supposed to resist gravity. They're supposed to take responsibility.
But that's gravity too. We have to take responsibility. We can no more refuse responsibility than a river can flow upstream or a waterfall. There's going to be a waterfall in my painting. And beside it, a deer shot dead, a doe, and I see a campfire. And the doe's heart roasting on a spit, another two hearts. It's not going to be a very beautiful painting. It's not going to be something someone would hang above their sofa. But I guess there are different kinds of beauty.
Every night. You're the first one. I'm always glad to see you. But I know we're not friends. At least not yet. But you never give me too hard a time. But it was you and me, right? I was just a little bit faster, and you get that. I mean, we both signed up for the same shit. We're brothers, just on different sides of the fence. But he today, who sheds his blood with me, shall be my brother. Shakespeare. You know who Shakespeare is? I mean, you and me, we shed our blood together. We're brothers. That's the truth. You bled, I bled. It's just you died. It's a bummer. But you know, maybe you're the lucky one, bro. You think you can tell the others? Can you make them understand that? You got exactly what you deserved. Truth up. I knew how to do it fast. One clean stroke of a knife right into your brain. But gee, you know, in the heat of the battle, I think I forgot the training and my knife just kind of slipped. And before I knew what happened, you know, your guts were hanging halfway out your body. Just like all those old men whose guts you ripped out. I mean, I did some bad things over there, man, but you took the cake. I know I gotta be friends with you, but not yet. Not tonight. Come on in, everybody. You, let's go. Come on. I mean, I know I need to sleep a little bit, but why start now, right? Maybe we can talk a little bit, play some pinochle, or I don't know, watch the sun come up together. How's that sound? Who are you? I haven't seen you before. time to show up, you know, and you weren't even supposed to be in your hooch. You had a place to hide. I guess you couldn't make it in time, huh? You and your mom? She was a sweet. She is a good woman. Pretty. You know, we talk about you a lot. She loves you so much. I mean, I did it so many times, you know, it was just instinct. And your hooch, oh, and the thing burned so fast. And then Roach, he shot you, you know, when you're trying to run away. And, he didn't mean it. I mean, he was just rocking and rolling. He got in the line, his fire. I tried to apologize to your mom so many times. She won't forgive me. I mean, you blame her, right? You know, she said that all you knew was war. You never got to play like a little kid. Hey, you want to play now? Just you and me. What do you say? We could be pirates. Huh? You know pirates? Avast, ladies! Arr, shiver me timbers, I'm gonna heal for you. Ha ha! Come on, take a swing at me, if you dare. Ha ha! Oh, I smell. You got escaped. Oh, you got me. Oh, that was a good one. Ah, I think I'm going down to Davy Jones's locker now. Hey. No. It's okay. I'm not hurt. Look. I'm still alive. Be friend or foe? Be friend? Be friend?